Hello New Zealand, I'm Philip Duncan. Thank you for joining us as we take a look at the weather forecast through until this weekend. And we've got a real change. After weeks of high pressure dominating New Zealand, now it's low pressure. We've got a series of lows coming in. It's a little bit hit and miss with the rain at first, but overall over the next sort of 7 or 8 days, most regions are going to get some rain moving through, which will be great news for those that are much drier than average. Although a big chunk of the South Island, you're wetter than average, so you don't need a lot of rain. You've got a temperature drop today, a significant one coming through. It's certainly been a colder morning around the South Island, and we've got a colder few days ahead for you, a little bit wintry with snow falling on the mountains and ranges. Further north, mild, average, but becoming colder than average as that southerly airflow arrives. Now this is how Monday afternoon looks, the departure from normal. We've seen a lot of these maps over the last few months showing the reds. Now we're into the blues, and the areas without colouring, that is average for this time of the year. So colder than average across a number of main centres like Hamilton, Palmerston North, New Plymouth, Wellington, Christchurch, Oamaru, Timaru. I'm sure I've missed out a few of the bigger ones as well, but those are the main ones that are definitely seeing a temperature drop. This is how we look for lunchtime Tuesday. Now that southerly, it's changed a wee bit. It's been cut off by this big high, but the cold air that's been brought up over Monday today, it gets stuck on Tuesday, and this low, it's like a wheel stuck in the mud. So it just goes around and around, and you've got westerlies at the top of New Zealand, easterlies at the bottom of New Zealand, and the rain is being wrapped around it. So it's a little bit hit and miss whether or not everybody will get it on Tuesday. This is the snowfall map for Tuesday, the 12 hours from the early hours of Tuesday morning. And you can see we've got some heavy snow coming through. Now this will be tomorrow night and into Wednesday morning. We've got a little bit around for Monday and Tuesday, but the heaviest amounts appear to be coming on Tuesday night. And this is the rainfall map. This is up until midnight Tuesday, so probably got those two around a little bit the wrong way, but you can see the rainfall coming in for Tuesday. Some heavy falls again for Southlands and Otago. You've been taking a lot of the heavy stuff lately. That's another maybe 40 or 50 millimetres coming in. In areas like Hawke's Bay that need it the most, you've only got about 10 or 15 at this stage. Now we do think that's going to go up over the next few days. This is lunchtime Wednesday. The low just off to the western side, dry now for the south and most of the east. So the rain sort of switches to northern New Zealand and western areas, especially into the North Island. And then we move through later into the week. By Thursday, that low's drifting out to the east, and we've actually got a bit of a break coming. So for Thursday, it's mostly dry, and it's a similar story on Friday as well. Mostly dry as that low departs, and now our next one arrives. And this next low, which comes in here on Saturday, it begins. And I've gone widescreen, I'll explain that in a second, but this comes in on Saturday and is likely to linger until about Tuesday. So we've got more rain coming, and as it comes around, it's cyclonic. So it comes down that eastern coastline, maybe, that's the latest map anyway. Now this is not until Saturday, but there's another chance of rain, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, that all moves through. So it's a real change on where we've been for the last couple of months with one high after the other. I've been saying consistently, keep an eye on what's going on in southeastern Australia. We're getting a very similar weather pattern to them at the moment. We take it down a notch or two being in New Zealand. It's usually not quite as dry or as hot or as extreme, but we're certainly getting a similar pattern at the moment to them, and there's bad and good amongst that. Anyway, that is all from me for now. Hopefully the rainfall is optimistic for most of you. We'll see you again on Tuesday.